Today I will be talking about one of, if not, my favorite platformer on the PlayStation 2. And that game is Jak and Daxter. After Naughty Dog was finished with Crash Bandicoot, they wanted to keep the platformer legacy going. And hey, the PS2 just came out, and they wanted to leave their mark in history. And that they did. Jak and Daxter would go on to have 3 legendary sequels. You got Jak 2, Jak 3, and Jak X Combat Racing. Let's get to the story.
Jak and Daxter begins with our 2 heroes, Jak and Daxter, sailing to a place they are forbidden to go to named Misty Island. Yep, that is Daxter. While there, they start spying on our 2 main villains, Gal and Maya, and they hear that they are planning to ransack the people of the island that Jak and Daxter live on in due time. When they sneak away, one of the soldiers of Gal and Maya, named Lurkers, notices them and follows them to a pool of dark eco. Daxter gives some explanation about the precursors and throws a piece of junk at Jak, and when Jak catches it, it glows, showing that Jak had some secrets that even he doesn't know. Suddenly, Underling attacks, and Jak throws glowy at bad guy, it goes boom, and the explosion sends Jak into Daxter and bumps him into the pool of dark eco. Out pops the Daxter mascot we all know and love. The animal is called an Ottsel, mixed between an otter and a weasel. So they go see Samos the Sage to see if he can turn Daxter back, and nope, he can't. Only one person can change Daxter, and that is Gal. Well, Daxter, looks like you're screwed. Sorry. So they gotta go see Gal, and at this point it is to change Daxter back because Samos has no clue what Gal has been doing with Dark Eco. But right before you go to their citadel, you find out that they want to open a door called the Silo and flood the world in Dark Eco. Which, Jak dies in a lot, and Daxter gets turned into an Ottsel.
So, what the hell makes Daxter so special? Well, you'll have to wait until Jak 3 to find out.
Fun fact, Maya is named after the 3D program Autodesk Maya, which this game was created in, and Gal is voiced by Dee Snider, lead singer of Twisted Sister. So they make their way to Gal and Maya's citadel, where it turns out the Samos the Sage, along with the red, blue, and yellow sages, have all been kidnapped, and their powers are being drained to open the silo door. Jak rescues them using his button-pushing skills, and then they go face off against Gal and Maya inside a giant precursor robot. They defeat them after Jak goes Super Saiyan, and then all pieces restored.
So yeah, it's a platformer with a story, and it's a pretty great one at that. It's actually one of my favorite stories. But it is a game, so let's see how the gameplay works.
Jak and Daxter is by definition a platformer, but Jak can also attack enemies by punching with square, spin attack with circle in the air or on the ground, and doing a head smash by jumping in the air with X and pressing square. However, he's got other moves too made for getting around, like a roll which can go into a rolling jump. He can double jump and doing a spinning uppercut for activating switches. Along with this, you can also use Eco to your advantage. You thought there was only Dark Eco? Hell no. You got green to heal yourself, red to make your attack stronger for a limited time, yellow to let Jak shoot fireballs, and finally blue to make Jak unveil hidden switches and make him run faster and also have precursor orbs come to you like Jak is a magnet. When it comes to the gameplay, Jak and Daxter takes an open world approach. It is a linear story, but there are so many places to explore, 16 to be exact. Each of them are unique with their own music, different enemies, and different puzzles on finding the power cells. Oh yeah, the power cells. They're kind of important since they are the equivalent to power stars or golden bananas, as in you need them to continue the story. There are a different number of them in every level, and the way you obtain them is by doing certain tasks for people, trading precursor orbs for them, equal to coins, music notes, bananas, etc., collecting 7 scout flies in each area, or doing a specific objective for the level you're in.
I honestly think that one of my favorite things about obtaining the power cells in Jak and Daxter is the victory animations. Daxter can dance. The game's difficulty isn't anything too hard. Some power cells I had some trouble with. It took me 2 to 3 tries because there's some random difficulty spikes, but nothing too extreme. I think it's a game that could be played by anyone from children to adults and still be enjoyed. Another fun fact for you all. Naughty Dog actually had everybody in their studio, and I mean everyone. Audio guys, visual effects, animators, all draw what they envisioned to be Jak and Daxter. And then when they were finished, to bring it to Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin, which were the founders of Naughty Dog. And when I think of somebody from Naughty Dog going into Andy Gavin or Jason Rubin's office and saying, here's my idea for Daxter, and they're just like, 10 out of 10.
When it comes to music, none of it is very memorable except for probably the title screen and some boss battle songs. This is the kind of music that it fits the environment and is more atmospheric than a melody. There's not really much to discuss. It's great music and it fits the environment well, just nothing I would put on my MP3 or iPod to jam to. It's a PS2 game, so the graphics are not the best today, but it is pushing the PS2 to its limit, and I love that Naughty Dog wasn't scared to do that. I'm sure they probably wanted to do more, but with the PS2 processing power, they were limited, and they made a fantastic looking game. The gameplay you're seeing now is from the PS2 version, but there is a remastered trilogy on PS3 called the Jak and Daxter HD Collection, so it looks a little better than the original, but I've heard of some graphical glitches in Jak 2 and Jak 3, but I did not see any in the first one.
In conclusion, I think that Jak and Daxter is a game that everybody should try at least once if you're a fan of platformers with a great story. It's got great gameplay, a unique story, awesome atmospheric music, and the boss battles are pretty cool too, even if there's only like 3 of them. For my next review, I'm going to talk about Jak 2 and how it changed everything from the first game and gave Jak a giant gun. For now, I hope you all have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching, and take care. And when I think of one of the Naughty Dog guys bringing this drawing in and saying to Neil Druckmann, not Neil Druckmann, he comes in later,